when you are stalking prey on the Sonoma Serengeti, and then you realize your head's just stuck in a bush. Well, that's my dog. That's Rocky. He is literally lurking really slowly. He's gonna get something. Anyway, today we are reviewing the Grecell T-1000, a 1000 watt unit, and it comes with, this one came with 2 Grecell solar panels. These types of panels I really like. They're super lightweight, super easy to carry, 100 watts a piece. And these ones came with a whole lot of different connectors. So they came with, the standard that is attached to them is an MC4 connector, but then they included the MC4 to Anderson cable and the Anderson to DC input along with these. So you can use them on a lot of different units. I really like that, especially when they're not trying to make it all proprietary. They're trying to make it something that everybody can use. So right now, 200 watts, we've got, it's going up, 80 watts, 85, 90 watts, 91, 90. It's still going up. So these panels are super, super efficient. First test is an ACE, doing really well. Next test is going to be pass-through, and pass-through power means it is charging at the same time that it is outputting. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start charging my cell phone here. All right, since I'm recording with my cell phone, I can't show you, but my cell phone is in fact charging. So let's try something on the AC output. All right, so that is well over a 700 watt surge. Passed the test. All right, so we have seen the unit and we've seen it charge. Let's see what comes with the unit. So it comes with this cool little pack. Okay, so we've got the wall charger, which I'm going to charge and test right now. MC4 connectors to the 12 to 26 volt DC input. Sorry, I had to close the door. My dog's barking at the mailman. Cigarette lighter. Unfortunately, mine does not work in my car, so I have no way to test this. And then this is the other part of the charger. And then the manual, the warranty and manual came in the actual box, so it's not in this little pouch. So we're just going to verify that it charges. Jeez, these bread ties. Input to wall. Yep, it is charging. And we want to make sure that it charges at less than 1000 watts, because once you hit 1000 watts, you have to be really careful of your circuit. So let's just wait for it to max out to see what we've got. About 150 watt input. And I did notice on the manual, I believe it said 185 watt max input. I'll have to double check on that later once we go over the manual, but that's right on par with it. Okay, so we're gonna do pass through. So it is currently charging via the wall. And then I've got the air conditioner plugged in, which has a pretty high wattage load. But let's see how it goes. And yes, I know there's space under it, but I'm replacing this. And it is powering the air conditioner. using about 350 watts. And holding about between 355 and 365. It is holding, it is powering the air conditioner, and this is a 1000 watt unit. That's very good. Okay, the time is 3 p.m. I'm gonna test out the unit with this very inefficient old air conditioner that's gonna be replaced as soon as I receive the new one, which has already been ordered. But in the meantime, we're gonna test it out and we're gonna see how long it lasts. I'm gonna say an hour and a half. So it's 3 p.m. I'm gonna check every half hour. I was right. It's about 4:30 now. I checked on it at 4 o'clock. So it went out sometime between 4 and 4:30. So we're looking at about an hour to an hour and a half of air conditioning. Bummer. But hey, hour and a half. That's not too bad considering it's such a small unit. So it will definitely run a CPAP machine, which uses about 1/10 the wattage of this ancient air conditioner. Again, I'm getting it replaced. I'm going to fill in all the gaps. It's going to be all good eventually. I've been using this pretty much all day since this morning. It's 4:42 right now p.m. Been using it since about like 9-10 a.m. to power the television, the laptop, watching my favorite guy, J00. And the great thing about having energy efficient televisions instead of those standard tube ones is that these will last a really long time. Powering modems now, they used to be like 65, 70 watts up to 100 watts. Now they're like nothing. They're like 10 watts, something like that. Very, very low wattage. Same with laptops over desktop computers. Same with energy efficient televisions and Roku boxes. You don't have a cable box. Some cable boxes use 60 watts or more. The Roku uses about 5. And little puppy over there getting into the toy box. But these units, they are really good for small appliances. So I would recommend them for camping more so than home use. During an emergency, yes, you will have your entertainment, but they're not going to power huge things. And if they do power huge things, it's not going to be for very long. So just keep that in mind. So great for emergencies, great for camping, anything. If you want a serious home emergency one, I would recommend the 2000. I did do a review of the Grecell 2000, and I like the larger units better than the smaller ones. And this one has a charger on top. I don't have that feature on my cell phone, so I can't verify if that works, but everything else has worked thus far. I plugged in my little LED lamp, and it's still at 42%. It is like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm just gonna go to bed. It's gonna last like another day or two. So 42%, so that used 58%, and it's been on for like, I'm too tired, so many hours. Grecell coffee maker test. Ooh, that hit 750 watts. I use this machine to make all of my coffee. My homemade iced coffee. It makes it super strong espresso, put it in the refrigerator, add half and half in sugar, and you've got yourself an awesome, almost iced frappuccino. Test passed. Instead of lugging out all my extension cords for the microwave, I just put the unit up there and plugged it in the way I would do if this were a normal collapse. Or not even collapse, emergency situation. So, microwave test. Microwave, no. This unit does power an apartment-sized refrigerator. It's not intended to power a full-size refrigerator. I don't have an apartment-sized refrigerator, but the closest thing I have is this electric cooler. And what I've done is I went ahead and put in 2 bottles of water, just regular water, and we're gonna check on it, see how long it lasts, powered by this bad boy, and we're gonna check on the water to make sure that it's frozen, because in an emergency situation, ice can literally be a lifesaver. Just checking on the unit before bed. I'm getting ready to go to bed. It's really late at night right now. It's been on for 16 hours. And the unit still has 92%. This is an incredibly efficient, it's a change more electric cooler. And right now it's using only 3 watts. So I haven't gone into it, but it's currently at 21 degrees and it's using 14.5 volts max. Now the water, I accidentally put it in the refrigerator section, but it's extremely cold. You can already tell that it's sort of sweating the bottle a little bit. And there are tiny little ice crystals in it. So it didn't freeze, but that was my fault. I should have put it in the freezer section. But it did, in fact, do very, very well. So this unit is not intended to be used for a full-size refrigerator. Anything that's 1,000 watts is not really going to power a refrigerator for any length of time. It will do an apartment refrigerator, but you still want to make sure that you're as efficient as possible in any sort of power outage. So I always recommend one of these coolers because they use so little electricity. And I don't even think this thing was fully powered when I plugged this in. I think it was at like 95, 96%. So it's only used about 3 or 4% over like, how many hours? 15, 16 hours. So I would say that this would work for like a week or 2 on this unit if that's all that you were powering. So it's really working out really well. We are at the end of the video, which is where I show the manual so that you know everything that I know. But before we do that, we're just gonna go over the unit real quick. It's got the 12-volt cigarette lighter power. It's got a light that turns on right here. And there's also one on the side, super bright light. Maybe it has, yep, nope, no emergency on that. It's just a standard flashlight, which is good. I like how it's on the side of the unit so that when you're carrying it in your right hand, the flashlight can light your way. You've got your 4 USB ports and 2 AC outputs. You've got your DC input for the wall input as well as the solar panel. And then you've got your standard Anderson input for the solar. Over here on the box, it tells you what it powers. So it'll power a laptop for 20 recharges. It will do a 32-inch TV at 60 watts for 14 hours. Most energy efficient TVs these days, are made energy efficient. So my 42-inch uses less than 60 watts. It uses about 45 watts, and then the Roku box uses 10 watts. So even with the Roku and the TV, it uses less than 60. It'll do a CPAP for 56 hours. So that's 7 full days. That's a week of CPAP machine. It'll do a GoPro for a lot of recharges, 143, a 4-watt floodlight for 212 hours. It'll do a mini fridge for 21 hours. My fridge this is a 40-watt mini fridge. My cooler used only 3 watts, so you guys be the judge on if you would like a mini fridge for backup or a cooler, up to you. It'll do a drone for 9.5 recharges, smartphones, 84 recharges, a Switch, like a Nintendo Switch? Okay, 53 recharges, although I wouldn't be playing Nintendo in a power outage. All right, so we've got the manual right here. And feel free to pause it if you need to. And here we go. So just your basic, here's your inputs, which is the stuff that I just went over. The accessories that come with it, connector cable, power adapter, car charger, manual, and the storage bag. I showed you all those. And then here's just the standard stuff. Now,
It does have about 185 watts inputting when you charge it into the wall. And when you're using two 100-watt panels, you're getting about the same type of charge. So it does take a long time to charge. But 200 watts for a 1,000-watt unit is not too bad. It's a smaller unit for more camping and for those on a low budget, but you still need it for emergencies, maybe a CPAP or something like that, which is always good. And there we go. And this shows you how to charge the solar watts. Solar panel charging. The solar panels are sold separately, and of course, I'll leave a link down in the description box below. It does have pass-through charging. I tried that. And I believe I tested it on the microwave, and I wasn't expecting it to work on a microwave. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to get a unit that is 1,000 watts or less, it's a good idea to have a propane camp stove handy with a couple bottles of propane. You can get a propane camp stove. Sometimes they sell them at thrift stores for about $15, but you can get them for $30 at Walmart or Big Five or Bass Pro. And it's just something to keep on hand so that you don't have to worry about your energy usage cooking. Oh, and then it went into a different language. All right, folks. So that is what we've got for the Grecell portable power station. I like the unit for what it is. It's just a simple 1,000 watt unit. I personally go with a 1,500 watt or 2,000 watt unit, but that is just my personal preference. But it's very lightweight, very easy to carry, very good for camping, maybe keeping in your car for emergencies. That's what I've got for you today. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.
I couldn't hear you that time. Could you say it again? Could you say that again? What? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. I want a kiss. Oh. He likes it when I put up a pillow on him and lay on him, and then I do this. And then I do this. And then I do this. And I do this some more. And do this. And do this. So scary, scary big giant boxer. Ah. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. So evil, so scary. Ow. He acts all tough. He acts all tough. Oh, you act all tough. You love me. You love me. We've been playing a while. He's a little bit tired.